up, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome to Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Mayhem. It is now Tuesday. Still a long way to that weekend out there. How you guys doing over there in the YouTube chat room and the rest of the platforms out there? Woo! Woo! Don't ever steal a motorcycle from a biker, man. I just don't get it. We got a story coming up where it didn't end so well for the motorcycle thieves. You know, it's pretty sad that you can't go, and this don't have to do with just that incident there. I'm talking about, you know, the whole dang thing, man, going to rallies and bars. It's pretty sad that you have to worry about your motorcycle being stolen. This happens all the damn time at the big rallies. Sturgis, I believe Ornery one, his got stolen, I think. You know, I think. You know, I'm not saying for definite sure, but I think he's got stolen. People I know down in Daytona had their bikes stolen. And if it's other bikers stealing, you know what? What kind of hell is that, man? What kind of freaking BS you on to go steal somebody else's motorcycle? Harley Davidsons are one of the biggest that are stolen because, quite frankly, you depart them out, get just as much money for them as you would trying to sell them used with revinning them and all that kind of stuff. So I don't get why they would freaking go out there and steal other people's bikes. Again, Harley Davidson is like a small investment in the future. Until recently, they were holding their value pretty good. The problem is that it's like a mini mortgage when you go buy one of these things. So that has to be one of the worst things that you can do to somebody who's put probably most of their life savings away onto a bike like that, or a big chunk of their savings for a down payment. Next thing you know, you're in the lifestyle, you think everything's cool, you think everybody's brothers. Next thing you know, your damn motorcycle's stolen. I call it cowardice. And, you know, they wonder why this one incident happened the way it did, and I don't blame them for doing it. I do not blame them for doing it at all. That's what motorcycle thieves deserve. They are scum. I know it used to be a lot where clubs, you know, some particular clubs would have people that stole motorcycles. Again, that's probably outside the club knowing about it, you know, individual things. But I don't care if you wear a patch. You steal a motorcycle, you're just nothing but a bum and a freaking loser. Because you're destroying what this lifestyle is supposed to be about. Brotherhood, riding, enjoying freedom. But you just have to have some idiots out there that ruin it for everybody. I'm actually glad there's been a lot of advancements in motorcycle security. Everything from the hiding the GPS things to the different type of locks. But let's just be honest, man. If they want the bike, they're going to grab it, man. You know, it only takes 30 seconds to a minute or two to grab that sucker and load it on a truck. That's where maybe the GPS would come in, but you got to hide it really freaking good. You have to make sure it activates right away and gives you, you know, some waypoints and stuff to try to find the motorcycle. And I know a lot of people are going to come back and say, well, that's not the way it should be. Well, it's not the way it should be, but you got a lot of ignorant asses out there who regard money and looking like a badass for stealing a bike over what the true meaning of the lifestyle is. Just sad state of affairs. I do know that motorcycle thieves, they do try to avoid ones with security on them. So even though it's not 100% sure that you can keep your motorcycle safe, take the precautions. I really take the precautions that you need to secure your bike. You know, it's funny. A lot of people have asked me about clubs and why their prospects are always out there watching the bikes. Well, they know too what can happen. You know, some friggin' moron can run up, try to take a bike, or, you know, then there's the other security aspects of that. But yeah, even club members want to have prospects watching the bikes outside while they're in the bars. Anybody who tells you different's lying. But it's, you know, that kind of modern era, if you will, that we live in now. People just don't respect other people. Just because a guy's on a Harley doesn't mean he's your buddy. And a lot of people, they don't understand that. He could be one of the biggest scumbags on earth and don't care one way or another about your property or you. There's a many of there. That's why in that one video I told, giving advice to the younger bikers is be skeptical of everybody. Be skeptical. You do not want to trust anybody. Anybody at all. Keep your circle freaking close-knit, man. Because there's some devious-ass people out there right now, and it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. Trying to get attachments knowing that. Yeah, the famous saying is, I got a lot of associates but not friends. You're damn right, man. That's one of the best things. Because people just devious minds, man. The scene's not like it used to be. And, I hate to sound pessimistic, but, I know everybody wants to be optimistic. So, you know what? We're the dark side for a reason. We're going to tell you the dark side of what happens in the scene. And motorcycle theft is one of the biggest there is. And those rallies, man, sometimes I don't understand how people, let's just park the bike on Main Street. Let's go, down the block and have a beer or something. Or look at all the vendors. Oh, the bike will be safe there. Nobody's going to steal it on us. And next thing you know, the damn thing's gone. Again, it takes 30 seconds to like 2 minutes to lift one. It's real easy, man. Even with some of the security features, it's easy to freaking swipe them damn things. So just keep this in mind. Really, keep it in mind when you're going to, say, Daytona, Myrtle Beach, any of these type of stuff next year. I should have looked up the statistics on the rallies on how many bikes are stolen each year. Man, I wish I would have done that before I did on the show. My bad. I'll try to give you an update in the next segment. Damn, should have had my shit together on that one. We also have news coming up about that shooting at the Toro Motorcycle Club. I guess the names have been released. The victims that died there. Also, we got a ton of stuff coming up as far as the good that bikers are doing. This has to be my favorite time of the year, the holidays, because bikers are out there hitting the street rolling for Toys for Tots and these other charities. They're just kicking butts, man, and that's what I'd really like the biker community to be seen as. Is a community that comes together for everybody else. They really put in the sweat to make sure these kids have what they want. And, unfortunately, that's not the media. It's not the media. But we had to get used to that kind of stuff, don't we? Anyway, let's go on to the news and final thoughts and all that good stuff, and let's get going.
Get your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hi, this is China Doll from Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show. Join us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for some fun times and very interesting entertainment. See you there, boys.
Okay, we are back. This is Ride Apart. I really like this website. You guys got to check it out. It's rideapart.com. And they're the ones carrying this story right now. Motorcycle theft victim charged with murder after ramming thieves. Now, my question is, what country do you think this happened in? It could be the United States, it could be Australia, England, you tell me. Anyway, by Justin Hughes, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Having your motorcycle stolen is a terrible thing. Well, you think there, Justin? Did you think it was a happy time? It makes you want to do all kinds of nasty things to the people who stole your precious ride, like string them up to a tree. These feelings are understandable, but you should not follow them through. A person, let's just call him D, did and is now facing a murder charge after ramming the thieves off of his stolen Honda. Early on the morning, now this is May 3rd, and this just started updating again. D awoke to the sound of, a Mickey Dunwindle and Joshua Malloy stealing his motorcycle. Surveillance camera footage shows Dunwindle and Malloy riding past D's home on bicycles, then double back to steal the motorcycle. Rather than call the police, D hopped in his Vectra and chased down the thieves themselves. The widespread use of surveillance cameras in the UK. Oh boy, man, you can't even take a piss on a bush in the UK without being seen, man. They're everywhere. You want to talk about a police state? Yeah, talk about the UK. And those that are actually living out in the UK, I'm sure you can tell us in the comment sections you agree. It enabled prosecutors to show the court much of the chase that followed. After a brief chase, the thieves lost D, but their paths crossed again, and the real madness began. The chase took a turn down a footpath where D hit the bike with his car for the first time. Back on public roads, the bike went straight across the roundabout while D went the wrong way around. Both vehicles were all over the road until D hit the bike a second time. Much harder than the first, this sent the thieves flying through the air towards a light post and a guardrail. D took off while people who had heard the crash came out to help. Malloy died on the scene from multiple fatal injuries. I guess he ain't gonna, steal another one, is he? While D suffered life-threatening injuries but survived. He took a long way home and parked a distance away from his house. The next morning, police found his car. He met with police, told them what happened, and was promptly arrested. Yes, the victim was arrested. And now he faces a murder charge for Malloy's death and another for grievously body harm. The whole situation is sad. They say D shouldn't have taken the law into his own hands. Well, here's my argument for that. If you can catch the guy, and you know damn well he'd be gone before the cops get there, you finish that thought. My God. Anyway, let's go to some good news here. Wichita Falls group gives clothes to the homeless. Let's take a look.
And thank you. A group in Wichita Falls is working to make sure those living on the streets do not go without a fresh set of clothes. The group, Homeless Lives Matter, gives out clothes to those in need. This weekend, they focus on homeless veterans. Catherine Lee talked to them and found out why they wanted to help.
Hopefully every year we'll get better and they'll understand that this is where it's at and they'll come get what they need and we'll be here.
Golgotha MC, also known as Homeless Lives Matter, is a Wichita Falls motorcycle club that hands out food and clothing throughout the year to those living on the street. They collect clothing donations throughout the year to hand out when the weather gets colder.
Unfortunately, we have a lot of homeless individuals here in Wichita Falls.
A number of veterans are part of the homeless population. The founder of Homeless Lives Matter shared her passion and got the bikers to get on board of this effort.
I have a big heart for the homeless because I have been unfortunate in my life. But today, I'm so blessed and I have to give it back in order to receive anything else.
Rothman started this over 3 years ago.
We just want everybody to be happy. We want people to be warm. We want them to be fed. We want them to know that they're loved. And most of all, we just want to be here for them.
They are trying to find a building where they can house people who are homeless and create a non-profit that would have a learning center.
To get them back on their feet, to give them hope, to let them know there are people out there that do care.
Rock on, man. Homeless lives matter. And you know what? The clubs always step up. Bikers always step up to help. This is what we should be seeing. Now, let's go to Bikers Ride for Harley Davidson's Veteran Day Parade. Let's see here. That was updated November 9th. Let's check it out, if it ever gets going.
Welcome back. If you were driving around Fayetteville and Rogers this morning, you might have heard some revving engines on the road. This morning, more than 200 bikes rode from Fayetteville to Rogers. It was part of the annual Veterans Parade for Pig Trail Harley Davidson. Director David Patterson says this year they had 100 more bikers than last year.
And we're here to celebrate the individuals who served in our military, both men and women. And so we're here to ride for them and let them know that we're here for them.
Well, it cost bikers $5 to participate, and get this, all of the funds went towards the NWA Veterans Treatment Court.
I'm surprised, man. He still has a job. You know how Harley Davidson is now a woke company. He was wearing an All Lives Matter hat. I'm surprised they didn't give them hell for that. Let's see here. Local bikers with big hearts help Toys for Tots. My favorite event all over the country, man. Here we go. Love it, love it, love it. And one of these days it'll play.
Christmas is just 47 days away. Local organizations are getting a head start to try to meet the demand for Toys for Tots. Fox 10's Lee Peck shows us how the Marine Corps Reserves got some help this weekend from local bikers with big hearts.
Taking off from Battleship Memorial Park, local bikers came to ride. They also came ready to give, helping the Marine Corps with their Toys for Tots collection.
Hey, good morning. You can just put them in either box.
One for a boy, one for a girl.
Awesome, thank you.
You know, no matter what the hurdle is, every year seems to be bigger and bigger and better and better.
Good morning, good morning. Toys for Tots, brother.
The campaign for 2020, much different. The demand higher than normal.
Last week when we started the registration, we had 35 organizations already sign up, which is about 15 more than we had last year. We do have a little bit bigger campaign that we got to handle this year due to the fact of the coronavirus. But so far we've had outstanding support.
Thank you for your service.
The Leathernecks Motorcycle Club of Mobile.
Hell yeah,
always helping them fill the need.
You know, this year is one of the most important ones we've had so far because there's been a lot of families out of work. There's been just a lot of hardship on everybody. There's more people in need this year than there have been in many years in the past.
Damn right.
Even Santa and Mrs. Claus getting in on the action.
We hope everybody has a good Christmas, and we hope that the little bit we do here, helps somebody out.
Here, I'll take it for you. Thank you so much.
After all, that's what Christmas and the season of giving is all about. In Mobile, Lee Peck, Fox
yeah,
10
baby.
News.
You gotta love that Toys for Tots going on all over the country right now. The Columbus Dispatch, we covered this story, I believe it was the last episode. 2 men shot at motorcycle club expected to recover. That's good news. This by the Columbus Dispatch. Columbus police have identified 2 people injured during a shooting at a South Linden motorcycle club earlier Saturday morning, but have not yet identified the person killed in the shooting. Wayne Coffin, 33, Dorian Martin, 29, were treated at area hospitals and expected to recover from the gunshot wounds. The name of the male shooting victim killed at the scene has not been released, as police are working to positively identify him. Police responded to the scene of the shooting at the Toros Motorcycle Club, 1135 Cleveland Avenue, at about 3:44 a.m. on Sunday. No other information was available, and it goes on to say in 2019, 5 people were shot in a drive-by shooting at the Toros Club. when it was located at 1767 Genesee Avenue in North Linden. Some neighbors said they wanted the club out of their neighborhood, and that was the 141st homicide. You guys got nothing compared to Chicago, man. That's a weekend. Anyway, from Biker Dad, let's get one more good one in here. Hundreds of kids more than usual in need. Bikers step up to kick off Christmas giving season. Hell yeah, man.
400 more families than average have signed up for help from Toys for Tots this year in Baldwin and Mobile counties. But bikers today rode to make sure they all got toys. The annual Toys for Tots kickoff ride at Battleship Park saw more than 200 bikers, each one bringing at least one toy and $10 for the cause. Most bringing more. With so many families hurt financially by COVID-19, campaigns like this mean even more in 2020.
So definitely the need this year is far exceeds any other year that we've helped out with the event.
Oh,
we got a lot more families.
Okay, we covered this one earlier, so it was a pickup from, what is it called? The other station. Let me see here real quick.
I'm Robbie Reed.
Yeah, this is a pickup from the last segment, so it's great to let everybody know that. Corey Graff's wall of shame. Jacksonville corrections officer accused of bringing drugs into a jail. Ooh, he got caught. Somebody had himself a mule. Corrections officer already undergoing investigation was arrested early Sunday morning when officers said they caught him bringing methamphetamine and marijuana cigarettes. That always makes me laugh when they say marijuana cigarettes. It's like, dude, grow up. Into the jail. This ain't like 1950, guys. Jacksonville's sheriff's office under Sheriff Pat Ivey said Hunter Jean, 24, was charged with 3 felonies: delivering and distributing meth, delivering and distributing marijuana, and introduction of contraband into a correctional facility. He had been a JSO corrections officer for almost 4 years. He resigned from the sheriff's office after he was arrested. Ivey said he had been under investigation by the JSO Integrity and Special Investigations since receiving a tip on October 20. You damn freaking rats. You're always ruining a good thing. You know, somebody who's getting that stuff's going to kill your ass. And it appears that he was being paid to delivering the drugs and was not the dealer. Ivey emphasized the case is still under investigation, and if anyone else was involved, we'll find them. He said the drugs were confiscated before they reached any inmates, but they suspect this wasn't the first time he smuggled contraband into the jail. And this was the 10th arrest of a JSO employee. 4 of them were corrections officers, 4 were police officers, and 2 civilians. Man, they got a racket going on, don't they? Anyway, man, anyway.
Your most unbiased and trusted biker news now at HarleyLiberty.com. Founded in 2012, Insane Throttle Biker News has been the place that all bikers come for what's happening in the scene. Go over now and bookmark HarleyLiberty.com. Rock on!
Hi, this is China Doll from Hollywood and China Doll Evening Show. Join us Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for some fun times and very interesting entertainment. See you there, boys.
Man, oh man, oh man. You know what? It was funny when a lot of people, we did our segment on the club having a correctional officer and stuff, and they were wondering, well, why? I think you're seeing why, don't you? Because it's very profitable, I can tell you. Very profitable to have somebody that's actually within your sphere, to be able to get, how can I say, your brothers into the establishment to get their product. That's just the way of life, man. So, yeah, it's like, why not have one in there? But, as long as it involves business and stuff like that. But as you've seen about that thing over in the UK, for one, Jesus, do they have freaking monitoring systems over there? It's like, dude, you take a piss, they'll know what you're doing. And, but I couldn't agree more with the guy that chased him down. I know most of you guys would too. Only thing that was sucks, man, he destroyed his freaking bike, man. But giving him a murder charge, come on, man. Maybe well, I don't know how their charges work over there. Maybe Dibber can give you that information, but maybe manslaughter or something. But don't send the guy to jail. These idiots stole his bike, and you know what? Besides that, they're probably responsible for how many more? I just have to say that, man. How many more that they got caught stealing? I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate to see anybody get hurt, but damn, stealing a motorcycle sucks, man. I think that's the worst damn thing you can do to anybody. Anybody is steal their motorcycle. Now, there's been a lot of people asking me if I can do some different news. I'm going to test it out on this show, see how receptive people are to it, because I'm having a hard time deciding if it should be on this show or if I should put it independent on its own on the Hollywood and Chinatown channel, which, by the way, you need to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you can see me and Chinatown at night. At 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yesterday's one had to do with, being afraid to die and if there's reincarnation. It was a really good episode and a lot of good chat going on in the chat rooms, man. We appreciate all those that back us. But here's how it's going to work, man. I'm going to do this stuff, then my final thoughts, and we'll see about, going into this some other news, but let's get into it right now. Let's go national, do a couple stories, see how you guys like it. Okay, here we go. More than 80,000 ballots could be recounted in Georgia's Gwinnett County. 80,000. And I think it's only like maybe 6, 7, 8, and I don't know. It's real small lead. Also today, Trump's team filed freaking lawsuits in Michigan, Pennsylvania. They're gonna tie this stuff up big time, man. You know what? If the Supreme Court don't get involved, I think the state legislators do your damn job. Don't certify them freaking electors, because this right here, everybody knows, was a joke. Everybody knows this is the Chicago rope-a-dope, man. And if you let it happen this time, it's just going to keep on happening. And for those that are Republicans, you'll never see a Republican president again if you don't fight this now. Anyway, by John Gizzi, many of the national networks are now poised to call Georgia for Joe Biden based on his wafer-thin lead. Okay, 10,353 votes out of 5 million. But in doing so, they are overlooking the ominous and possibly game-changing fact that at least 80,000 votes cast in populous Gwinnett County, that's a suburban Atlanta one, need to be rerun, recounted, and possibly re-adjudicated. Put another way, the rerunning of the Gwinnett ballots could easily determine who won the Peach State's 16 electoral votes. According to a spokesman for Gwinnett County, when officials began to push through the scanner around the batches of votes, nearly 3,200 batches with each containing up to 25 ballots, they would not push through because the software showed the process of adjudication was needed. That's a process of resolving ballots whose markings are in question. Quote, absentee ballots are filled out by hand, and if the ballot is marked clearly, it will run through the scanner without a problem. If there's a problem with how the ballot was filled out, for example, a voter placed a check mark instead of filling in the circle, didn't completely fill in the circle, or voted for more candidates than allowed in the race, the scanning software will send the ballot to the adjudication module. Sorensen warned that as a result, as many as 80,000 of these votes need to be rerun and re-adjudicated. The vote counts reported on TV networks could fluctuate and be incomplete. This is why the results on election night are always labeled unofficial and incomplete. Now, this is a funny one. Conservatives are turning against Fox News over election coverage. You really think that they weren't? Nobody's watching Fox News. Well, I ain't. I like Newsweek. Conservatives and Trump administrations have rallied against Fox News after the network called Arizona for Joe Biden, where, it actually might flip to Trump. While speaking on election night, the decision desk, Arnon Mishkin, was asked about his call, and if he was 100% sure, and he said absolutely. Fox was the first organization to declare a winner, and a lot of this stuff with everybody, you should see the Twitter feeds right now, man. Everybody's going onto Parler where I'm at because I've been having problems with everything. And also I'm over there freaking, and everybody's going to Rumble. It's like unreal, man. It's like a mass exodus from all the platforms. So this election, I just actually seen a news conference by the team Trump, and they're going full balls, man. I really think they actually had Dick Morris come out, and he gave a good breakdown of Arizona, Nevada, Georgia. There's a lot of corruption out there, man. Again, this is something I always knew as a friggin' guy from Chicago, but we're going to see how it is on the national scale. But as of now, everything is still in the counting process. And you got to remember, it took 37 days for George Bush to be declared the winner. And the day after the election, the media, President Gore, they do this all the time, man. When are you freaking spineless ass conservatives going to get it? They use you as tools. They despise you, but you sit there and kiss their rear ends, man, every damn time. It's really disgusting stuff, man. It really is. But anyway, that is the show for today. Don't forget to subscribe over on YouTube. Listen to us on all the major podcasting platforms. Thanks for. I want to give out some thanks to. Where we at here? Farm Boy. BK, T-Spain, for joining the Throttle Club. If you want to join the Throttle Club, all you have to do is hit the join button, and there's a couple different levels you can do. Again, I say this all the time, members, go into the community tab section of the channel on YouTube, and it will tell you how to get on to Zoom. So make sure you get on there, man, for your monthly video conferences and calls when we're all together bullshitting, man. So with that, you guys take care. Don't forget to check me out on China and Hollywood tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.